Hi, and welcome back to the Totally Curious podcast. We are a family of 4 who are totally curious about wildlife and wild places. We share interviews, activities, and stories to connect you with the great outdoors. It's a big world out there. Join us as we fuel your imagination and inspire your next adventure.
Hello, and welcome back to the Totally Curious podcast with Olive Pomeroy here. We are at the Yellowstone National Park, and Olive is going to interview Park Ranger Colin. Olive, do you have any interesting questions for Colin?
Yes. How many populations of birds are here?
Many populations of birds? That's a pretty obscure question. We do have an awful lot of them. Many are going to be migratory too, so not always going to be in the park year-round. I could give you a nice list of birds that do come into the park. It's a pretty big one.
Yeah, I bet. There's a lot of birds we saw out there.
Yeah, and this time of year, so the most exciting bird thing would be, at least a few weeks ago, kind of more so last month, early May, we did have the sandhill cranes. They've been migrating up north to Canada and Alaska. You could often hear them. That's always fun to see, nice big tall standing birds.
Oh, that sounds fun. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions for him, Olive?
Yeah. How many rangers are in national park? Are in this national park?
Okay, well, Yellowstone National Park during the summertime at least could have over 700 federal employees working in it, which includes staff like myself who work at visitor centers, do educational programs about the park, maintenance staff who do things like fixing the boardwalks, keeping the bathrooms up and running, probably the most important job here, fixing roads, administration staff who take care of all of our paperwork, all that fun stuff, firefighters, law enforcement, different scientists, historians. It's a big list of people who have to keep a park like this up and running. Then we also have to think about a lot of the other people who do things like running the stores, running different gift shops, the hotels, restaurants. There's a lot of people working in Yellowstone in the summer.
To keep people attracted, right?
Yeah, one of the big things is people just love Yellowstone. We all think it's a really fun place to live and work.
Yeah, it definitely is. We had a great time. There's some cool geysers. Any questions about the geysers, Olive?
Well, how many geysers are in Yellowstone?
That's a good question. So the park has about 500 known geysers. That actually means that most of the world's geysers are in Yellowstone National Park. So we're a pretty special place for that reason.
Oh, that's so cool. We love it. Do you have any questions about maybe how to become a park ranger, Olive, or ways to conserve nature and the animals here?
Well, how much rain do you get in summer here?
How much rain do we get?
In the summer?
In the summertime, I always forget how much rain we get exactly. I do know the snow number. Park does get about 150 inches of snow as an average annually. Wow. That includes snow in spring, fall that melts away. Total snowfall, though, varies a whole lot across the park, too. Here, this past winter was really snowy. Here at Old Faithful, in some places, we had over 3 or 4 feet of snow here. Elsewhere, you could have over 10 feet of snow, especially on the high mountain passes, which is why those open later than the rest of the park.
Yeah, we played on some snow on the way in, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There is. We saw one lake was frozen over, too. That was pretty cool. This park is beautiful. We actually saw, you see any animals out there, Olive, other than birds?
Well, yeah.
What animals did we see?
A lot of buffalo.
Was it buffalo or bison?
Bison, yeah.
Yeah, that's the scientific name we use is bison. But if you say buffalo, that's fine too. We'll still know what you're talking about.
That's cool. Were they sleeping or were they awake?
Well, it was sleeping.
Yeah. All right. Well, we had a great time interviewing you, and thank you so much for taking the time to help us out.
Welcome.
We appreciate it.
Thanks for listening today. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave us a review as it helps other listeners find us. For resources we mentioned in the podcast today, including a link to the story if we read one, as well as coloring pages of the location featured, click the link in the show notes to get your copy, or visit our website at withthepomeroys.com/podcast. You can also send us a note, special request, or question there as well. We love hearing from you. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.